the velocity with which a projectile must be fired so that it escapes Earth's gravitational field does not depend on. He's saying that the velocity with which an object, say a satellite or a rocket, is fired into space, or a payload, say for example 105 satellites which were launched by ISRO a few days back, does it depend on their mass? I mean, those 105 satellites which were fired by ISRO, were they mass dependent? I mean, were the velocity with which the rocket was fired, did it depend on the mass of those 105 satellites plus the rocket? That's what I'm posing a question. But here the alternatives are given: mass of the Earth, mass of projectile, radius of projectile's orbit, gravitational constant. You see, escape velocity doesn't depend on the mass of the projectile fired into space. I mean, it did not depend on those 105 satellites' weight or the mass of the rocket. It depended just on this escape velocity. We had to provide this much escape velocity, and that too instantaneous. I mean, you don't have to provide 11.2 kilometers per second velocity all the time. You have to provide an instantaneous velocity. So howsoever weight may be, it may be 105 or it may be 2,000 or it may be 5,000 satellites you launch at a time. So you have to provide this much velocity under root 2 gm upon r. So it does not depend on the mass of the projectile. So you can fire as many satellites into space, contrary to what will people feel that, oh, you launch 105 or 110, or you can launch as much as, but you have to provide this escape velocity, okay?